Testing audio. Testing movement. Oops, sorry, let me try that again. Testing audio. Testing movement. Here, the audio should be louder now. Okay, yep, there we go, good. Alright. Hello everyone, this is Gundam Ace, aka John Hooper. Here in my streaming of Rebellion, Secret Game, Second Stage. Last time we left off, we began Episode D, Decode Real, which was sort of like a retelling of Episode C, but from the Administrator's perspective, and had some alterations due to some strange dreams the Administrator had, and recollections of his past, causing him to give Shuhei and Haruna a bit more information than they expected on the game itself, which allowed them to figure out that the administrators were probably going to be up to something involving the repeaters. And so because of that, they were able to stop Hitomi in the nick of time from killing Yui, thus preventing the second stage from beginning as it did in Episode C. And now they're all heading, and now they all just basically trying to resolve it. Now they've all managed to stop the attack. Here we go. Shuhei spoke up in a loud voice when he arrived at the central plaza. Guys, wake up and come on out! Everyone left their houses at the sound of his voice. What's with all the racket, Shuhei? Did something happen? Weren't you the one who said we should take it easy and rest for today? No way. Did it happen? Mitsuru and Hasane were amongst the players who gathered. They were likely players who had relatively low bets on them from the customers, and therefore wouldn't mind if the administrators killed them. Then Yuna and Haruna, the two other repeaters, followed by the rest, assembled. Relieved when he saw that, Shuhei took a look around and spoke. Everyone, please, I'm asking you, answer me honestly. Did any of you receive an email on your PDAs? Huh? What email? What's this all about? Everyone looked puzzled. Shuhei then held out Hitomi's PDA. Hitomi got this email from the administrators. Everyone huddled up and looked at the PDA. Before long, everyone was in an uproar. What the hell is this? They ordered her to kill Yui? So the administrators directly sent a player an assassination order? Are you fucking kidding me? That means this maid's the administrator's lapdog. Kurokawa tried to sail on over to Hitomi, but Shuhei held his hand out. Wait, Kurokawa, this isn't Hitomi's responsibility. She merely made a choice that the administrators forced onto her. The hell? The administrators ordered Hitomi to kill Yui, in order to promote killing amongst all of us, all in order to get the game moving.
嘘に思えるかもしれないが、信じてくれ。
Maybe you don't think I'm being honest. I'm telling the truth here, but please believe me.
本当なんです、黒川さん。周平君は嘘をついてないです。
He's telling the truth, Kurokawa. Shuhei's not lying.
だよそりゃ。ほんとクソだな、運営ってのはよ。
You fucking kidding me? Those administrators really are pieces of shit. Kurokawa's voice was still as rough as ever, but it seemed he believed Shuhei. But Yuna furrowed her brows.
でも周平が言ってることが正しいとして、どうするのこれ。6時間経ったら全員死ぬってこと？
But if what you're saying is right, then what should we do about this thing that says all the players will die in 6 hours?
要は13人の命とユイさんの命を天秤にかけろってことか。
In short, it was telling her to weigh the lives of the 13 of us. Sorry, the other 13 of us and Yui's.
ひとみ、このメールはいつ送られてきたの？
He told me, when did you get this email?
今日の夜10時くらい。
Around 10 p.m. tonight.
ということはタイムリミットまであと5時間ほどしかないわけですか？
Which means we have less than 5 hours until the time limit.
おいおいおい。じゃあそれまでにどっちか選ばなきゃなんねえってことか？
Whoa, hold on here. Then what, does that mean we have to make a choice by then?
私も死ぬのは嫌ですけど、そうしなきゃみんなが死んじゃうなら。
I don't want to die either. But if everyone else will die because of that, then I...
おい黙っとけユイ。
Hey, shut up, Yui.
ああ、ユイさんに死んでもらうわけにはいかない。だからって俺たちも死にたくない。
Yeah. There's no way we can let you die. Still, we don't want to die either.
だからどうするか考える前に瞳に聞きたい。お前はどうしたいのか。
So before we consider what to do, I'd like to ask Hitomi what she wants to do. Shuhei said that and looked at Hitomi again.
ひとみがどうしたいのか。
What I want to?
このメールに従うのか抗うのか。
Make your choice, Hitomi. Will you obey this email or rebel against it?
殺したらおそらくお前はまた以前のお前に戻る。またあの血生臭い世界に戻りたいのか。
If you kill, then it's likely you'll go back to the old you again. Do you want to go back to that blood-stained world? In response, Hitomi said... made up her mind and spoke.
戻りたくないよ。ずっとお父さんとお母さんとみんなと楽しく暮らしたいよ。
I don't want to go back. I want to live in peace with Mom, Dad, and everyone else.
よし、よく言った。
Good. Well said. Shuhei held Hitomi's hand. Then he faced the others.
みんな、瞳はユイさんを殺さないと決めた。
Guys, Hitomi's decided not to kill Yui.
じゃあ俺たちはどうする？死を受け入れるのか？
Then what are we to do? Accept our deaths? She answered as soon as she heard that.
冗談じゃないわよ。生きるに決まってるじゃない。
Like hell. Of course we're gonna live.
首は爆破までの時間。どうすればいいのか考えるわよ。
Let's think about what we should do until the college detonate. Let's think about what we can do. Everyone nodded.
でも生き残ると言ったって実際どうするの？
But that's good and all, but what are we actually supposed to do?
泣いて謝っても運営は許してくれないわよ。こっちの都合なんて気にしてくれはしないわ。
Even if we cry and beg for forgiveness, no, even if we cry and apologize, the administrators won't forgive us. They don't give a damn about how we feel. Shuhei answered.
ああ、でもだったら運営の都合を逆手に取ればいい。
Yeah, but in that case, let's use the administrators' expectations against them.
運営の都合を逆手に
What do you mean by that?
このゲームは見せ物だ。それもこれだけ入念に準備して9日間も引っ張った特別な番組だ。
This game is a show. A special program that's been diligently prepared and aired over the last 9 days.
これでエンディングが全員死亡だったら客は怒るだろう。賭け事としても成立しない。
If this ended with all the players dying, the customers would be angry, right? All their bets would go to waste.
ということはつまり
Meaning,
それを盾に運営と交渉するんだ。それこそ一か八かの賭けだけどな。
we'll use that as a shield to negotiate with the administrators, though it is an all or nothing bet. Everyone spoke up in admiration. Shout in admiration. But Daisuke frankly spoke back.
ちょっと待てよ周平、そんなアイディアに全員の命をかけるっていうのか？
Hold on a second, Shuhei. Are you saying you're going to bet everyone's lives on that idea?
仕方ないだろう。他に方法はないんだ。
What other choice do we have? We have no other way.
今この瞬間の会話も盗聴されてるんだぞ。どのみち運営と話して条件を変えてもらうしか俺たちに生きる道はない。
We're listening on our conversation even as we speak. Either way, we'll speak to the administrator. Sorry, either way, the only chance for us to live is to speak to the administrator and have him change the conditions.
いやでもよ。
I get what you're saying, but Daisuke was still fretting, and then Konomi spoke up.
大輔君、そんなに不安だったら電波吸収体をつければいいんじゃないかな。
Daisuke, if you're that worried, why don't you just put on the radio wave absorber?
そうすれば少なくとも大輔君の首輪が爆破されることはないから。
If we do that, then at the very least your collar won't detonate.
え、マジ？だったら別にいいけど。
Wait, for real? Okay, then I'm totally game for it.
現金ね。じゃああと1枚あるけど誰が使う？
Greedy bastard. We still have one more besides that then. Who's gonna use it? Kurokawa immediately answered.
ユイに突きさせろ。さっきのメールによりゃこいつは運営に別に死んでもいいやつだと思われてる。
Put it on Yui. According to that mail from before, the administrators don't care if she dies.
メイドに殺させんのを失敗したなら直接手を下してくることも考えられっからよ。
Since the maid failed to kill her, wouldn't surprise me if they directly killed her themselves.
そういえばそうですね。
Now you mention it, that's true.
黒川の言う通りだ。大輔、ゆいさん、すぐ電波吸収体をつけろ。
Kurokawa was right. Daisuke, Yui, put on the radio wave absorbers right now.
悪いね。
Thanks. Thank you. Daisuke and Yui ran off to the clinic. Then put on their own radio wave absorbers and quickly came back.
つけてきました。
It's on!
よし。じゃあ準備は OK だな。
Okay. And we all set?
みんな管理施設に行くわよ。
Everyone, let's head for the central control facility. Everyone nodded those words. Yeah, not a fan of Daisuke either, but, well, that's just the kind of guy he is. Probably couldn't have gotten to agree otherwise. They then all took off for the central control facility. The administrator man watched all this unfold through the monitors. I can't let this unexpected turn of events keep going. The man said that and grit his teeth. The pawns would all deviate from their respective roles one after another, and were beginning to move as however they pleased. In the face of this nauseating turn of events, the game master, the man who was supposed to be the first game master was being toyed with. The customers' reactions came in through the surrounding monitors. One sudden event after another, huh?
これも演出の一環かしら。
Is this some sort of show to make the game more exciting?
いや、いくらなんでもこれは仕込みではなさそうですよ。
No. Despite everything else, I highly doubt this was planned.
いずれにせよ面白くなってきました。ゲームマスター氏の進化が問われますな。
Whatever the case, things are getting interesting. The game master's true value will be tested here.
まさかゲームを放り出すようなことはないでしょうね。
Not gonna just abandon the game, are they?
わからないわよ。だって彼には彼の事情があるんでしょうから。
I don't know. After all, they have their own reasons. Sorry, one sec. The customers gossiped amongst each other, laughs mixed amongst them. But their voices weren't important. What was truly important right now was
なかなか面白い流れになってきたようだね。
things have sure gotten interesting, haven't they? It was the voice of the manager.
さて、どうするのかね。さすがの君も予想していなかった展開のようだが。
Now then, what shall you do? It seems not even you could have protected this outcome.
いえ、これも予想の範疇ですよ。ここからさらに盛り上げてみせましょう。
No, this is all within expectations. I'm about to make things even more exciting now. After the administrator bluffed, the manager laughed with amusement.
さすがは連達のゲームマスターというところだね。
Now that's an expert game master for you.
しかしどうだね。そろそろ君も気づいたのではないかね。先日の謎かけの意味を。
But how about it? Have you realized the meaning of that riddle I gave you? Have you finally realized the meaning of that riddle I gave you the other day? Huh?
ゲームのプレイヤーたちと君の間にどれほどの差異があるのか。
Just how much of a difference there really is between the players of the game and you.
君は一体何者なのか。そろそろ理解できたのではないかね。
As well as what exactly you are. It's about time he realized it, don't you think? The administrator instinctively looked to the side of the room. The moment he saw a surveillance camera there, he realized it. The answer to the manager's riddle.
ええ、理解しておりますよ。
Yes, I understand.
私もプレイヤーたちとそう立場は違う。
My position is no different from the My position is no different from the players.
この状況を収束できなければ、私は処分される。そういうことでしょう。
And that if I cannot get a hold in this situation, I'll be eliminated. That's what you mean, right? The administrator smiled, cynically, while the manager gave a faint laugh and spoke.
その通りだが、それだけでは50点だな。十分な答えとは言えん。
That's true, but that's only half of the answer. It's not sufficient enough on its own. Huh?
私はこうも言わなかったかね。君がその答えに気づいたとき、新たな役目が与えられるかもしれないと。
Didn't I tell you? Once you realize that answer, you may be given a new role.
それがゲームを盛り上げるための最後の要素だったのだよ。
It is the final factor to make this game more exciting.
君の苦悩もこの展開も全ては計算の上だったのだ。
Your suffering, this turn of events, it was all within our calculations.
なお、お客様たちには今朝のうちにそのことについて教えておいたよ。
What's more, you told the customers that furthermore, you told the customers this morning.
何をおっしゃっているのですか。お客様たちに教えたとは何を。
Sorry, I told the customers. What are you talking about? What did you tell the customers?
おや、まだ気づかないのかね。君も存外勘が鈍いな。
Oh, have you not realized it? I didn't think you were this slow.
お客様に教えたというのは、君の来歴と君が置かれた立場だ。
What I told the customers was your past and the situation and the position you found yourself in.
つまり、君もまたプレイヤーナンバー3や4と同じく。
In other words, much like player 3 and 4, you yourself are. Just as the manager started to speak, there was the sound of a door opening on the other side of the monitor. Shuhei and the others had entered the central control facility.
おっと、君に用がある者たちが来たようだ。
Well, well. Looks like you've got some people who have business with you.
話はここまでとしよう。タイムリミットまで答えを探るんだね。
We'll end this conversation here. Find the answer by the time the time limit arrives.
お待ちください。答えとは何のことですか。
Please wait! What is this answer you're talking about? He called out, but he received no reply. The administrator furrowed his eyebrows.
おい、聞こえるか、運営。
Hey! Can you hear me, administrator? The administrator looked to see that the 14 players were all running into the conference room. Once he arrived there, Shuhei spoke up.
さっきまでの話、聞いてたか。交渉しに来たぞ。
You heard what we were talking about, right? We've come to bargain.
ええ、全て聞いておりましたよ。
Yes, I heard everything.
私と交渉など、随分舐めた考えをするものですね。
Think you can negotiate with me? You're looking down on me. You're looking down on me pretty hard, wouldn't you say? The administrator said that with irritation in his voice. And then Shuhei answered in a composed tone.
しかし
No,
全員死亡じゃ賭けが成り立たないのも事実だろ
but it is true that that no bets sorry. But it is true that all the bets will go to waste if all the players die, right?
俺たちは誰も殺さないだから瞳のリピーターズ構造を解除しろ
We won't kill anyone. So revoke Hitomi's repeater's code.
誰も殺さないですか。
You won't kill anyone. Huh? The man chuckled to himself. Then spoke and continued in a subdued voice.
笑わせるなよお前。そんなに自分と他人を信用できるのか。
Don't make me laugh. Do you really trust yourself and others that much? The administrator abandoned the voice he'd used up until now and spoke in his true tone. The group was overwhelmed by his sudden change, and the administrator continued.
お前には前にも言ったはずだ。お前たちの意志や行動原理など、こちらの紫三寸で決まると。
Hold on a sec. Alright, back. I believe I told you already, didn't I? Your wills and your behavioral patterns are all decided by our thoughts.
俺が少し手を動かせば、お前たちの行動原理は変わる。それを思い知らせてやるんだ。
I can change your behavioral patterns with but a twitch of my finger. Shall I teach that to you?
何をするつもりだ
What are you planning to do?
何？簡単なことだよ。お前たちに新たな条件を。
Oh, it's quite simple, really. I'm just going to send you new conditions. The administrator said that and operate his PC. He didn't finish typing the message and sent it to the PDAs. At that moment, all 14 PDAs beeped in the conference room. What is this? Shuhei and the others frankly looked at their PDAs. The email they received was... Kill one other player within 5 minutes. Fail to do so, and your caller will detonate. And all your callers... That was all it said. What is this? Are you serious?
5分以内にってそんなことできるわけが
Within 5 minutes? There's no way we can do that! That's right. There was no way they could do that. Shuhei turned to everyone and spoke up.
ビビるなみんなはったりだ
Don't be scared, guys! It's a bluff! The administrator's voice immediately came from the speaker.
はったり？本当にそう思うのか？
A bluff? Is that really what you think?
お前はこのゲームの結末が全員死亡じゃ見せ物として成り立たないと言っていたな。
You yourself said that if this game ended with everyone dying, it wouldn't make for much of a show.
だが全員生存でも同じくなる。そんな結末を求めるのはうちの客にはいない。
But likewise, everyone surviving is just as makes for just as weak a show. None of our customers wish for such an outcome.
そのどっちかの結末になったら俺の責任問題になる。今回のゲームで出る死者の中に俺も含まれちまうんだよ。
If it ends up your way, I'll be forced to take responsibility, and I'll end up one of the victims of the game myself. Shuhei smirked when he heard that.
あんたもゲームの参加者ってことか。俺たちを殺さなければ自分が殺されるって。
So you're a participant in the game. Sorry, so you're the participant in the game too? You'll die unless you kill us? Is that how it works?
おう。やっと分かったか。俺もお前らも命がけなんだ。
That's right. You finally get it? All of our lives are on the line here.
カルネアデスの意味だ。自分が生きるためには他人を殺してもいいってやつだ。
The plank of Carneades. The one that says it's okay to kill others if it means you yourself survive.
それがこのゲームの本質。社会の本質。
That is the essence of this game. No. The essence of society.
だから俺は
So in order to ensure my own survival, I'll kill all of you. The man said that and reached out for the panel in front of him. He then set the timers. Then began pushing the button that would cause all PDAs from Ace to Joker to detonate. Just then, all the colors except for Yui's and Daisuke's started flashing. Hitomi curled up in fear. But Shuhei and Kotomi gently took her hands.
大丈夫だ。
It's alright, Hitomi.
死ぬ時は一緒だから。
Because if we die, we'll go together. All of us. Okay. Hitomi held Shuhei and Kotomi's hands tight. The administrator then spoke up again.
死ぬ時は一緒。くだらないことを言うなよ。
You'll all die together? Enough with that nonsense.
客はそんなふぬけた話を見たいんじゃない。プレイヤーたちが裏切り、殺し合う姿が見たいんだ。
Oops, sorry, one second. The customers don't want to see that kind of lousy show. What they want to see is the players betray and kill one another.
お前たちは与えられたルールに従い、右往左往するだけの駒だ。そのことを教えてやる。
You're nothing more than pawns bound to our rules. I'll teach you that now.
なんだと。
What?
首輪の爆破まであと3分だ。だがお前たちに生き残るチャンス。
There are only 3 minutes left until your college detonates. I'll give you a chance to survive.
これが最後のコールだ。自分の代わりに死んでほしい奴の名前を言え。
This is your last chance. Say the name of someone you want to die in your place.
誰かの名を呼んだ奴から爆破をする。だが誰かに名を呼ばれた人間は救済しない。
Whoever says the name of another will be spared. Well, I can't say the same for the one whose name is spoken.
さあ早い者勝ちだ。他人を殺して生き延びろ。
Now then, the early bird gets the worm. Sacrifice another to survive. Shuei's heart beat loudly. pounded loudly. No, sorry, there was a loud pounding of a heart. Both the administrator and Shuhei and the others' hearts all beat in unison. The time was drawing ever closer. Time was approaching without a sound. But Shuhei and the others kept their silence in order to endure that fear.
何を黙ってるんだ。誰かの名を口にするだけでいいんだぞ。
Why don't you say anything? All you have to do is say someone's name. The administrator called out to them, but he heard no one spoke in response. They were all grinding their teeth and staying silent with the sheer force of will. When he saw that, a scene flashed through the man's mind. It was that scene he always saw in his dreams. The memory that faded like foam every time he woke up. There were two children there. They overlap with the two on the other side of the monitor. What is this? The man was terribly confused. These aren't my memories! They must be someone else's! The man tried to push the memory into the corners of his mind. But at that moment, he caught sight of another girl's face next to Shuhei. He told me he was glaring at the camera, her lips pursed. The girl who, much like him, had once lost her past, but then regained it thanks to Kotomi and Shuhei's help. The man's heartbeat accelerated. The seal on his memories was coming undone. That was something I saw myself? A memory from before I received that treatment and lost my memories of my past? Once he started to realize that, the customer's voices echoed from the monitors around him. 1 minute to go! Taken aback, he checked the time to see if there was only 1 minute left in the time limit he'd set. Yet Shuhei and the others kept their silence. It was lucky they hadn't given up on surviving. Hold on a second. Nor was it likely that they simply couldn't bring themselves to kill another. In order to rebel against that unjust fate. In order to save their comrades who are being suppressed by injustice. In order to they were rejecting the mission the order they'd been given, all for that purpose. 10 seconds to go! The customers all stood up, excited for the tragedy that was just 10 seconds away. They were like glass on. They were like they sound like scraping on glass. 5 seconds. As the voices of the countdown echo, the players stare at the camera with fire in their eyes. 4. He bet his whole life on the 50-50 chance of either all the players surviving or all the players dying. 3! When the man saw that, he finally realized it. 2! Who he was. What his role was. 1! In that final second, he finally found that. When he finally found that, the sound of fate echoed. Huh? Shuhei spoke up in a vacant voice.
爆発しない。
It didn't blow up? Shuhei and the others all looked at each other. The flashing red lights on their collars had vanished.
止めた？お前爆破を止めたのか？
You stopped it? You stopped the explosions? When Shuhei asked that, the man had already smashed the collar detonation control panel to pieces. Oh man, I've really done it now. The man muttered to himself. He just committed an act of treason against the organization, also signifying his own annihilation. With this, the game was now completely in pieces. He figured the customers would shout in bewilderment when they saw that, but... Well, well. It seems the Game Master has betrayed the management organization. Well, a conclusion like this can work too, don't you think? Now with this, he himself has become one of the players. I bet on that. Looks like I'll be getting the winnings to myself. It's a shame I lost the bet, but this is still interesting in its own right, so that's alright. That's fine with me. His battle is about to begin now. Now then, the climax has finally arrived. It seemed the customers had already heard everything from the manager, and thus already understood. The administrator smiled with self-derision. I see. So the higher-ups have some insurance in the event that the game itself were to be destroyed. It seemed they made it the possibility of my betrayal would be an outcome for the customers to bet on. All under my nose. All under my nose. But it didn't matter. The man thought that and then spoke to the players.
脱帽だよお前ら。何そんな信じられる。
I take my hat off to all of you. I can't believe you trust others so much.
褒美にお前らを生かしてやる。
As a reward, I'll let you live.
何
What?
今首輪を爆破する装置を破壊した。もうその首輪を爆破することは誰にもできない。
I just destroyed the collar detonation device. Now no one can detonate your collars.
その首輪は実のところ、こちらから爆破用の信号を送らない限り爆破はできない。
In fact, unless I send the detonation signal from over here, your collars can't detonate at all.
もうエリア外に出ようとクリア条件に抵触しようと首輪を吹き飛ばされる心配はない。
Even if you leave the area or reject your clear conditions, you no longer have to worry about your collars blowing your heads off.
なぜそこまでする？それじゃゲームの続行は不可能になるんじゃないのか？
Why would you go so far? Wouldn't that mean that the game won't be able to continue? The man gave Shuhei a false answer.
俺もずっと殺し合いばっか見てていい加減生きちまったぞ。
It's fine. Truth be told, I've finally gotten tired myself of watching people killing each other back and forth.
たまにはプレイヤー全員が生き残るような。
Sometimes even I want to see a sappy story of the players all surviving.
まさかそれ本気で言ってるの？
Are you being serious?
何か裏があるんじゃ。
Are you plotting something?
信じるも信じないも自由だがな。
Well, you're free to believe me whether you want to or not.
お前らは責任を取って。
Whatever the case, this is the end for me. Take responsibility and live in my place. And survive in my place. The man spoke with resignation. When the rest of the players remained silent, he continued.
ともあれ、お前たちが生き残るのも容易じゃないんだな。そのフィールドから脱出するのは非常に難しい。
Though that said, it won't be easy for all of you for you to survive this. It's extremely difficult to escape from this field.
まずここは実は絶海の孤島で、基本的に脱出口はない。
First things first, you're actually on an isolated and deserted island, so there's essentially no escape route.
またゲームエリア外の底かしこにプレイヤーの脱走を警戒する設備がある。地雷原や重火器などがな。
Furthermore, there are security measures set up all around outside the areas in order to prevent the players from escaping, such as landmines and heavy weapons.
さらに運営側が用意した実行部隊がプレイヤーの逃走を警戒しているんだ。
What's more, the manager's execution squad is on guard outside in the event of any player escape.
それを乗り越えて島の北西端の船着き場まで来てみろ。そこには船が止めてある。
Do your best to overcome that and come to the sorry. Do your best to overcome that and come to the northwestern harbor on the island. There's a boat waiting there.
船があるのか。
A boat? There's a boat?
ああ、俺たちの詰め所なんかを兼ねた船さ。この島と外界をつなぐ唯一の脱出口だ。
Yes. It's a boat that also functions as our station. It's the only way off this island, and the only way to commute with the outside world.
そこにたどり着くためにはまず武器です。夕べのうちにこの島のあちこちに再び武器が配置された。
Alright, sorry, no, it's not communication with the outside world, I meant, contact with the outside. Not contact, just like the only way to get to the outside world. In order to get there, find some weapons first. Weapons were secretly set up, were secretly placed again last night all over the island.
今日からまた始まる予定だった殺し合いを加速させるためにした。それを使ってお前たちは実行部隊を退けろ。
Those weapons were planned there for the mutual killing we were planning on having you all undertake today. Use that to ward off the execution squad. Right.
よし、それじゃあ武器がある場所を教える。すべてが再配置されたわけじゃないが、数はそれなりにある。
Alright. Now I'll tell you where the weapons are located. Not all of them are back with it. Not all of the weapons have been reset, but there's a fair number of them.
まずクロスボウが19エリア、そしてコルトパイソンが7エリア、ジグザウエルが16エリア。
First of all, there's a crossbow in Area 19. Furthermore, there's a Colt Python in Area 7. And in Area 16, there's a Sig Sauer. Right when the man said that, he suddenly sensed a presence behind him. He turned around to see two of his subordinates standing there. They both gripped their pistols and pointed them to him.
残念です。たった今、あなたの処分命令が出ました。
It truly is a shame. We just received orders to execute you.
原告をあなたのゲームマスターとしての全権限を解除。以後、我々が引き継ぎます。
As of now, your game master privileges have all been revoked. We shall take over them from now on.
ずいぶん対処が早いな。
You people work fast. It seemed that the battle to come was also all to be part of the show in the end. The man snorted and glared at his subordinates.
やれるもんならやってみろよ、青にさえ。
If you can kill me, then I dare you to, greenhorns! The administrator shouted that and drew his own pistol. What was that? Shuhei Fujita heard him strange conversation on the other side of the speaker. There was a sound like firecrackers right after that. He then heard the administrator and someone else groaning.
何が起こってるの？
What's happening?
わからない。仲間割れか？
I don't know. Did they have a falling out? Whatever the case, something was definitely happening on the other side of the speaker. The sounds continued with no heed to Shuhei and the other's shock. There were screams and roars mixed in with them. But after a short while, those died down, and only silence remained.
どうなったの？
How did it end? When Haruna said that, she received an answer.
たった今東方で重大な問題が発生しました。
An urgent problem has just occurred.
そのため急遽ゲーム内容を変更しエクストラステージに移行します。
As a result, we'll be enacting a sudden change in the game's details and moved on to an extra stage.
遠隔発火装置を作動し当ゲームに関する全てを抹消します。
We'll be activating remote incendiary devices and exterminate all those participating in the game.
プレイヤーの皆様は事故の生存をかけて最大限の努力をしてください。
No, wait, sorry, I misread that. We'll be activating remote incendiary devices and destroy everything related to this game. To all you players, work to your hardest to escape with your lives. What? The voice on the other side of the speaker was different from before. Have the administrative intelligence up till now been eliminated and someone else taken over? No, more importantly, right now.
遠隔発火装置って
Remote incendiary devices? The moment Komi said that, I heard a strange sound outside. What is that? Everyone shouted with bewilderment. It sounded like something exploded. Right after that, a foul stench began rising.
まずい。
Oh shit! Sensing danger, Shuhei rushed down into the hallway. And when he did, what he saw was hellfire.
そうやってくれるわね
Shit, they've really done it now. Yuna said that barely and then addressed the others.
ここだけがここから脱出すれば助かるのか
Is this only happening here? Will we be saved if we manage to get out of here?
そんなわけないでしょどうせ同じような装置が島中に仕掛けられてるはずだわ
Of course not. Obviously they set up devices like this all over the island.
尽くすつもりかよ。証拠隠滅の仕方まで入念なことだぜ。
Sorry, one sec. Alright, sorry, back. So they're planning on burning everything down, huh? Fucking hell. They're going all out and burning all and destroying all their evidence, huh?
ああだが俺たちまで焼き尽くされるわけにはいかない
Yeah, but we can't let ourselves get burned as well. Shuhei stared at everyone and continued.
みんな脱出の道は聞いたな島の北西端の船着き場だ
Guys, you all heard about the escape route, right? It's the harbor to the northwest of the island.
全員生きて脱出するわよ
Let's all get out of here alive! Everyone shouted in response. Day 10. The players escaped the facility. Ran out of the facility. They ran through the roads, heading for the northwestern end of the island. But the central plaza was already consumed in flames. The fire spread this far already? Are they not planning on letting us escape? Whatever the case, we had to get out of the village. Just when Shuhei started saying that, there was a gunshot from somewhere. The earth at Shuhei's feet popped open. Shuhei quickly looked around, but didn't see a shooter amongst them. Which meant that if it wasn't one of them, it had to be what the administrator man had said. The execution squad! The execution squad outside the area were firing at them from afar. Were sniping at them from afar. Yuna shouted to everyone around them. Guys! Hide yourselves! No, so, guys, take cover! It's too dangerous to stay grouped together! Scatter! Right! Mariko, this way! Quit spacing out, Yui! Get over here! Hatsune, hurry! Everyone took cover by the nearby buildings. Shuhei also took cover with Hitomi, Kotomi, and Haruna behind the house that wasn't burning. There was another shot at the speed of sound right after that. Shit! He didn't know where the enemies were firing from. They were probably using state-of-the-art sniper rifles and shooting from a considerably far distance. If they stepped out from the building, they'd likely get shot in that very instant. What's more, the flames were growing closer, and the smoke was reaching them. I can't breathe! This is bad. We'll get burnt to death before we get shot at this rate. Shuhei nodded. Yeah, we'll be screwed if we stay here. We gotta get out of this plaza somehow. Right! Haruna, take care of Kotomi. I'll take Hitomi's hand and run. Alright. You can count on me. Shuhei then grabbed Hitomi's hand, and then Kotomi grabbed, then Haruna grabbed Kotomi's hand, and they both ran off. Guys, run! Keep your heads low while you run! Shuhei shouted as he ran. Kotomi and Haruna nodded, and they ran through the flames together. Once they run a short distance, a gunshot echoed, and Shuhei felt a pain run through his leg. Dad! Hitomi stopped and looked at Shuhei. But the flames were closing in. Shuhei resolved himself and crouched down and pushed Hitomi through the other side of the flames. Hitomi landed on her backside on the other side of the flames. It seemed Haruna and Kotomi had also noticed it and called out from the other side of the fire. Shu! Where are you, Shu?
お兄ちゃん無事なの？
Big brother, are you alright?
いいから行け。ここが危険だ。
Just get going! It's too dangerous here! Shuhei laid on the ground as he shouted. As he did so, he crawled away and aimed for the shadow of a building. If he stayed where he was, it was likely he'd get shot at again. And if he did, it'd be the end for him this time. The moment he thought that, another gunshot rang out. The ground right next to Shuhei's torso split. There was no doubt about it. The next shot would hit. But the building was a little too far away. Right when Shuhei thought that, a hand reached out from the darkness and grabbed Shuhei. Took Shuhei's hand. That hand tugged at Shuhei with all their might. The vermilion light of the flames illuminated her face.
大丈夫？周平。
Are you alright, Shuhei?
Yuna.
It was Yuna who'd saved him. Once she saw that Shuhei was safe, she spoke up.
琴美たち聞こえる？周平はちょっと怪我をしたけど無事よ。
Kotomi, guys, can you hear me? Shuhei's a bit hurt, but he's okay.
でもこの状況じゃ合流できない。別々に逃げましょう。みんなもそれぞれ個々の判断で逃げて。
But we won't be able to meet up in this. Sorry, we won't be able to meet up in this situation. Let's all go off on our own way. All of you make your own judgments and flee.
でもユーナさん。
But Yuna,
でもじゃない。そうしなきゃ全員死ぬかもしれないの。
no buts. All of us might die if we don't do that.
周平のことは私に任せて。あんたたちはあんたたちで全力で行きなさい。
I'll take care of Shuhei. So the three of you run for your lives. After a short silence, a voice called back.
わかりました。
All right,
お兄ちゃん、琴美たちのことは心配しないで。
big brother. I'll take care of Kotomi and Hitomi.
お父さん、船で会おうね。
Dad, let's see each other at the boat. Then the footsteps faded behind, on the other side of the fire. Shuhei's face worked with pain as he spoke to Yuna.
周平のことは私に任せてね。なんかお前にはいつも助けられてばかりだな。
I'll take care of Shuhei, huh? It kind of feels like you're the one who's always been saving me.
私も助けられてるし、お互い様よ。
You've saved me too, so we're even.
それより、まずはその足、手当てするわよ。
More importantly,
さすがにあんたを支えて走ることはできないんで、自分の足で走ること。いい？
more importantly, let's treat your leg first. I can't run while holding you up, so you have to run with your own legs, alright?
もちろんだ。
Yeah, of course. And so Shuhei and Yuna began treating his leg on the spot. Meanwhile, Kotomi Fukishi was running through the burning village. Hitomi and Haruna were next to her. The two of them turned to Kotomi and spoke.
琴美、怯えなくてもいいわ。あなたは私が守るから。
You don't have to be scared, Kotomi. I'll keep you safe.
そうだよ、お母さん。瞳も頑張るからね。
She's right, Mom. I'll do my best as well. There was strength in Hitomi's voice. As the danger approached them, Hitomi was probably regaining her former self. However, she hadn't lost her kindness. When she heard the two of them calling out to her in concern, a thought came to Kotomi. How Shuhei being the one who was only protected. About how she wanted to help them if the two of them were in danger.
ありがとう。二人とも必ず生き残ろうね。
Thanks, you two. Let's all survive this. Haruna and Hitomi nodded. And so the three of them huddled close together as they ran out of the burning village. Gunshots from rifles echoed from far time from time. Shuhei Fujita heard them behind the shadow of a building as he suppressed the anxiety welling within him. No matter how worried he was about Kotomi and the others, there was nothing he could do about it now. Right as he thought that, Yuna finished up treating his leg.
よし、終わり。立てる周平。
Good, all done. Can you stand, Shuhei?
ああ、大丈夫そうだ。
Yeah, I think I'm fine. The moment Shuhei stood up, another rifle gunshot was heard. Shuhei hastily ducked for cover again. It seemed the sniper who had shot his leg earlier had been keeping his sights on them the whole time.
歩けるようになったはいいけど、これじゃ動けないもんね。
It's nice and all you can walk again, but we won't be able to move at this rate. Yeah. They looked around to see the flames getting even stronger. They couldn't see their comrades anywhere. They all probably managed to escape the village. No, the plaza, sorry.
俺たちが最後か。すまないんだ。付き合わせちゃって。
So we're the last ones, huh? Sorry for keeping you here, getting you stuck here with me, Yuna.
いいってことよ。それよりどうする周平。このままここにいても火に巻かれちゃうわよ。
Don't apologize. Anyway, what are we gonna do, Shuhei? If we stay here, we're gonna get burned alive. However, if they ran out from the cover of the abandoned building, they'd likely get shot right away. There were no other places to hide around them. As the two of them pondered what to do next, the smoke approached. Shuhei inhaled some of the smoke and instinctively coughed violently. Yuna also waved away at the specks of fire that were raining down near her.
限界よ周平。一か八か飛び出してみよう。
So as long as we can stay here, Shuhei, we gotta take an all-or-nothing gamble on running.
いや、待て、言うな。それは危険だ。
Hold on, Yuna. That's too dangerous.
でも、だったらどうするのよ。
Then what are you supposed to do? When Yuna asked him that, something suddenly flashed through Shuhei's mind. A way to escape from this situation. Once he came up with the idea, Shuhei suddenly embraced Yuna as if to protect her.
こんな時に何やってんの。まさか私と心中するつもり。
What are you planning on doing at a time like this? Are you trying to commit suicide with me?
違う、言うな。もう少しだけここで待つんだ。そうすれば逃げられるようになる。
No, Yuna. Let's wait here a little while longer. If we do that, we'll be able to escape.
なんで。
Huh? Well, why is that?
いいから俺を信じろ。とにかく今は耐えよう。
Just trust me. Anyway, just bear with it for now. Okay. Shuhei said then, stood his ground. The embers raining down on, he shielded Yuna from the embers falling down on them. Then before long, the force of the flames around them grew even stronger. A gust of smoke blew up, and then a gust of smoke blew up and shrouded the central plaza.
今だ言うな今だ狙撃兵にも見つからず
No, Yuna! The snipers won't find us now!
逃げられるってわけね。
If we get out of here, that is. Shuhei nodded and stood up with Yuna.
走れ言うな
Run, Yuna! Got it! The two of them held their breaths, held hands as they ran, so they wouldn't get lost in the smoke. Shuhei endured the pain in his leg and ran in the opposite direction from the sniper. They broke through the enclosure of flames and fled into the woods south of the plaza. Eventually, they managed to make it to a place without, safe, free of fire and smoke.
何度か逃げ延びたな
Phew. We just barely managed to get out of there.
でもこれからが本番よ。おそらくこの先の道にはさっきみたいな敵がうろうろしてる。
But here's where things really get started. It's likely that there'll be enemies roaming around just like earlier from this point onward.
早いとこ武器を手に入れたいところだけど。
I'd like to get my hands on the weapon as soon as possible if I can, but
武器のあり方わからないか
we don't even know where the weapons are, huh? The man had been cut off when he was telling them the locations of the weapons. He managed to tell them 3 locations, but their comrades had most likely already gone to them. So you have to consider where other weapons might be.
いやもしかしたらあの場所に
Wait, hold on. What about there?
心当たりでもあるの？
You got an idea?
なあ望みは薄いがそれでも闇雲に探すよりマシだ
Yeah, it's a slim hope, but it's better than searching blindly.
こっちだついてきてくれ
This way. Follow me. Sorry, one sec. Shuhei said then ran toward the mountains. Though confused, Yuna followed him. The dark forest was painted crimson. The whole village was already engulfed in flames and was burning down. Yuna looked down on all that as she spoke to Shuhei.
ここって私たちがゲームの4日目に来た。
You mean the place we came on? We came on the 4th day of the game?
ああ確かこの辺りに
Yeah. If I'm right, then around here, Shuhei retraced his memories as he looked around the thicket. And before long, he felt a metallic sensation in his hand.
よしあったぞ
Yes, found it! It was the guns they'd abandoned, they'd thrown away there a few days ago. Since they just throw them around randomly, it seems the administrators hadn't collected them all.
なるほどね。さすが冴えてるじゃん。
I see now. Sharp as ever.
ああ、ほらユナ、お前の銃もあるぞ。
Thanks. Hey Yuna, here's your gun as well. Yuna smiled wryly as she took the gun from Shuhei. That Shuhei threw.
急に顔が引き締まったじゃない。相変わらずあんた武器が好きね。
Your face suddenly got all calm. You're as much as a weapon lover as ever, eh?
そう言うなよ。力を手にしたからといって何でも守れるわけじゃない。それは重々分かっているさ。
Don't say that. I may have got my hands on some power, but that doesn't mean I can protect it. But that doesn't mean I can protect everything. I'm well aware of that.
それでも今の俺にできることは戦うことしかない。死をやすやすと受け入れるなんて真っ平だ。
Even so, all I can do now is fight. I won't just lie down and let death come for me.
こういう答えなら納得してくれるかな。
Does an answer like that appeal to you? Yuna gave a gentle smile.
それなら OK よ。
Yep, that's fine with me.
お、ようやく合格か。
Finally got your seal of approval, eh?
まあ微妙な違いだけどね。要は武器を使うのは最後の手段ってこと。
Well, not exactly. What matters most is that you use the weapon as a last deterrent.
今のあんたには言うまでもなかったかもね。
No, I don't think I need to tell you that anymore by this point, right?
それが分かるまでに随分かかっちまったけどな。
Though it did take me quite a while to realize that. To understand that, Shuhei said then, smiled. He felt courage welling up within him when he saw Yuna smile.
それじゃあ行こうか。ユナ。
Alright then, Yuna, shall we?
ええ。遅れるんじゃないわよ、周平。
Yeah. Don't be late. They took each other's hands and ran off as fast as they could. Heading toward the deeper into the forest, where the administrator's execution squad was lurking. Meanwhile, in the midst of the northwestern mountains, on the other side of the village, Mitsuru Shirosaki and Hatsune were running for their lives. It was very difficult for Mitsuru to run through the mountains as fast as he could. Once they got past this mountain, the northwestern harbor wouldn't be too far off. Furthermore, by staying in the mountains, it'd be a bit harder, likely to be a bit harder for the snipers to aim at them. It was for that reason they'd chosen this path. Kurokawa and Yui, who were running a bit ahead of two of them, turned around and shouted. Hang in there, guys! You're gonna get left behind if you dilly-dally, guys. Kurokawa was holding a revolver. A pistol, sorry. They already obtained a gun that was lying in the mountains. We'll be out of the area soon. Keep it up! Right! Can you still run, Hatsune?
大丈夫です。頑張ります。
I'm okay. I can keep going. No, she said that exhaustion was very visible on her face. Mitsuru grabbed Hatsune's hand, prepared to speed up. But just then, intense pain ran through his right leg with a gunshot. Mitsuru fell forward. Upon closer inspection, he knows that that his right thigh had practically exploded. He'd been shot. Hatsune froze in surprise. The gunfire continued. Sorry, one sec. Alright, the trajectory of a flare bomb flashed through the darkness, and it exploded around Hatsune.
Hatsune-chan!
Mitsuru immediately reached out for Hatsune and grabbed her hand. Mitsuru embraced Hatsune as if in order to protect her. More gunshots roared. Pain erupted through both of his legs, and Mitsuru groaned. Hatsune called out to him in a trembling voice. Once Mitsuru confirmed she was safe, he forced a smile. I'm okay. I only got shot in the legs. Once he answered that, they heard their voices. Guys, are you alright? Mitsuru. They got your legs? Mitsuru looked to see that Kurokawa and Yui were hiding behind some trees not too far ahead. Yui looked like she was about to run over them at any moment, but Kurokawa was holding her back. Mitsuru wrung out his voice and shouted at them. And spoke to them. We're alive. But I can't move. So I'm sorry, but help us. Another sound echo at that moment. It seemed he was struck in the side this time. But it wasn't a fatal wound. The bullets merely gouged out Mitsuru's flesh, but didn't hit his organs. Did they miss? Just as Mitsuru thought that, yet another gunshot echoed. The bullet this time gouged out the flesh on his arm. You could hear everyone's screams.
黒川さん離して。私がミツルさんたちを助けます。
Let me go, Kurokawa! I need to save Mitsuru and Hatsune!
うっせえユイ、お前は動くな。だったら俺がやってやる。
Shut up, Yui! Don't move! I'll do it! Kurokawa said that. When Kurokawa said that, Mitsuru spoke up.
待ってくれ。黒川君も荻原さんも来ちゃダメだ。
Wait! Kurokawa! Ogihara! Stay back! What? Kurokawa spoke up in disbelief. As he heard his voice, Mitsuru thought about the sniper's intentions. Why was it that even though the enemy could accurately hit Mitsuru's legs while he was running, that they were avoiding any vitals? It was likely on purpose. It seemed the sniper was...
狙撃手は僕をいたぶって、それを餌に黒川君と荻原さんをおびき出すつもりだ。
The sniper is toying with me. He's trying to use me as bait in order to draw Kurokawa and Ogihara out. No way! He heard Yui shout and Kurokawa speaking in a low voice. Click. If Kurokawa and Ogihara come to save us, come to save me, it's likely that they'll be shot immediately. And once they did that, they no longer began any need to leave Mitsuru alive. They'd all be exterminated. Hatsune sobbed in Mitsuru's arms. Mitsuru! Hide behind the trees! Crawl if you have to!
それもダメだ。初音ちゃん。
I can't.
動きすれば初音ちゃんが車線上にさらされるかもしれない。
I can't do that, Hatsune. If I move, I might expose you to their line of fire.
そもそも隠れようとすればその前に撃たれる。自力で逃げることなんてできないよ。
Besides, even if I tried to hide, they'd shoot me before I could. I can't run by my own strength anymore. Then what should we do? Mitsuru kept his arms wrapped around Hatsune as he desperately tried to think. But no matter how he thought, he realized there was only one way out of the situation.
黒川君、頼みがあるんだ。
Kurokawa, I need to ask you something. Huh?
僕が撃たれている間に君が狙撃手を探して倒してくれ。
While I'm getting shot at, look for the sniper and take him down.
なんだと？
What?
それしかないんだ。銃声を聞く限り狙撃手はそう遠くにはいない。
It's the only way. From what I could hear from the gunshots, the sniper isn't that far away. As they spoke, there was yet another gunshot. A bullet dug into his shoulder, but Mitsuru endured the pain and shouted,
早く行ってくれ。こっちの思惑を悟られる前に。単に逃げ出したと見せかけるんだ。
Hurry up and do it before they figure out what I'm planning. All you have to do is make it look like you're running away.
荻原さんはここに残って僕らを助けようとするふりをしてくれ。そうしている間は僕らも 殺されることはないはずだ。
Ogihara, you stay here and pretend you're trying to help us. They shouldn't kill us in the meantime. What if you do that?
任せろ。
Yeah, count on me. Kurokawa's footsteps fade into the distance as he shouted that.
みつるさん、今助けます。
Mitsuru! I'm gonna save you now! Yui reached her hand out from behind the tree and pretended to be trying to save Mitsuru. Bobo quickly came flying toward her hand. It seemed the enemy had acted just as Mitsuru expected. Mitsuru gave a little smirk to himself. No, when Mitsuru gave a little smirk to himself, he was targeted next. Pain like none he'd felt before ran through his back, side, and shoulder. He let out indecipherable groans as he gnashed his teeth together. It seemed the enemy no longer intended to let Mitsuru live. He was bleeding out heavily, and his consciousness was beginning to fade. But Mitsuru stayed conscious by the sheer willpower, and continued protecting Hatsune. Also, that she wouldn't be exposed to the rain of bullets. Just stop this already! If you keep this up, you'll... It's alright. You gave me my life. So if I can give it up for you, then... Just he started to say that. The back of Mitsuru's chest burst open. At that moment, a different sensation than pain ran through Mitsuru's head. This wasn't a normal wound. It was likely fatal. He felt a sense of irregularity around his lungs. Warm blood gushed out his back and stained his torso. Hatsune spoke in a faint voice. Even so, Mitsuru smiled and answered. It's okay, Hatsune. I'm sure that right now, Kurokawa is... Right when Mitsuru said that, there was a series of gunshots in the distance. A series of six gunshots, unlike all the other ones they heard up until now. And the gunshots from the rifle stopped as well. We're saved, Mitsuru! Kurokawa got rid of the enemy! Yeah, sure looks that way. He really is strong, huh? Way beyond the likes of me. That's not true!
ミツルは強いです。誰よりも強いです。
You're strong, Mitsuru! Stronger than anyone! Hatsune's voice was choked with tears. Yui's voice could also be heard in the distance.
ミツルさん。
Her voice was also trembling. Before long, they heard footsteps approaching, along with Kurokawa's voice.
おい狙撃手ぶっ殺してきたぞ。
Hey! I wasted the sniper!
ほら行くぞミツル。立てよ。おい
Come on, let's go, Mitsuru! Stand up! Hey! But it was likely that they all knew that wouldn't be happening. Mitsuru mustered the last of his strength and embraced Hatsune.
ごめんね初音ちゃん。僕はここまでみたいだ。
Sorry, Hatsune. Looks like this is it for me.
最後にお願いを一つ聞いてもらっていいかな。
Can I ask you one last favor?
お願いって。
What favor?
生きてくれ初音ちゃん。
Live on, Hatsune.
絶対に死なないでこの島を脱出してくれ。
You must live on. Escape this island. Mitsuru continued embracing her as Hatsune cried.
約束します。初音は絶対死にません。
I promise. I swear I won't die.
ミツルがくれた命大切にします。
Treasure the life you gave me. A look of relief passed over Mitsuru's eyes. And then, as he was enveloped by the sensation of Hatsune's warm arms, Mitsuru Shirosaki's short life came to a close. Okay. Meanwhile, on the road west of the village, Mariko Ueno, supporting Akinori Majima with her shoulder, was walking through the woods.
真島君、大丈夫？
Majima, are you all right? Yeah. His voice was weak, and his body was stained in blood. They encountered snipers on their way here. Sorry, gunmen on their way here. Majima managed to ward him off with only his fists, but he was gravely wounded at the time. He'd lost a lot of blood. Probably didn't have much longer. Probably couldn't last much longer. Majima told her time and time again to leave him and go. But Mariko shook her head every time.
頑張って真島君。もう少し歩けばきっと脱出できるから。
Hang in there, Majima! If you walk just a little bit more, I'm sure we'll be able to escape. Mariko fought back the tears and helped Majima as they walked. Majima no longer had the stamina to walk through the mountain trails. And so the two of them took the shortest path through the woods. What they found waiting for them was... This is... They found a path with strange dents in it. Just when Mariko was about to step that way, Majima stopped her. Wait, Mariko. There are signs the ground has been dug up. Huh? This is probably the landmine field has been set. The minefield that's been set up to keep us from escaping. Minefield? Mariko looked at the ground in surprise. Once she squinted her eyes, she could indeed see that there were signs that parts of the road had been dug up. There's a high probability that this was the minefield that the administrator man had been talking about. But it was hard to tell where the landmines were under the moonlight. Should we go another way? Yeah. Can't afford for both of us to get blown up. Just then, they felt a presence behind them. Mariko jolted and turned around. She faintly heard the sound of someone approaching her from behind. Who's there? She called out but received no answer. Had it been Shuhei or one of their other comrades, they likely would have responded. But the fact that they hadn't meant... It's the Administrator's execution squad. Majima spoke in a bitter voice. Hold on a second. Alright, sorry, back. Majima spoke in a bitter voice. Dismayed, Mariko spoke to him. What do we do, Majima? We can't afford to go back. We have no time to take a detour either. Even if you took me and run, the enemy will catch up to us for sure. But then what should we do? Well, there's only one way. Majima said that, released himself from Mariko's grip. And then carefully tread into the minefield. Get back, Mariko! Majima shouted right away. Mariko twitched, and then he spoke again. There's no time. We have to run through the shortest path. I'll search for a safe way. Once I get through here, you follow my footsteps and get over. Mariko tried to stop it. Hold on a second. Mariko's about to object. She didn't have time to stop him. Majima watched his feet as he advanced through the minefield. The minefield was about 50 meters long. There were likely several landmines buried there. Majima dragged his injured body through there. Mariko prayed for Majima. Perhaps her prayer had reached the heavens, because Majima managed to clear the minefield. What do you know? I actually did it. Majima turned around and smiled at Mariko. Come on, Mariko. Go through the way I came. But don't rush. Okay. Mariko said that and walked through the minefield. She accurately traced Majima's large footsteps. She passed through the path that he'd given his life, that he risked his life in order to carve her way through. And she finally reached him. Thank you, Majima! Let's get going! The enemy's gonna catch up to us! Mariko said that and got ready to help Majima walk again. But then Majima held his hand out to her and smiled. I'm sorry, Mariko. I can't go with you. Huh? Earlier, when I cleared the minefield, I heard something click at my feet. Taken aback, Mariko looked down at his feet and saw the ground that he was standing on was colored a bit differently. As if those had been dug up and covered up all over again. It seems I screwed up and stood on the last mine of the minefield. Once I raise my foot, the mine will probably explode. No! That can't be! If you get a heavy stone or something and put it on the mine, and you move your foot. Just when Mariko started to say that, they heard another sound behind them. The enemy had caught up to them. Was catching up to them. When Majima heard that, he spoke up in a gentle voice. Looks like we don't have time for that. I'll stay here. I'm sorry I won't be able to protect you all the way to the end. No, Majima! If you're gonna die, then I'll... Don't! Go! Don't waste your life! His voice left no room for denial. Mariko instinctively quieted down. Then Majima smiled at her again. Now, Mariko, go. Don't turn around, and keep running straight. I'll be there right. I'll be after you soon. Okay. Mariko accepted Majima's last will and looked ahead. Her vision was blurry with tears. She heard Majima's voice behind her.
お前に会えてよかったよ。
I'm glad I met you.
生き延びろよ、マリコ。
Live on, Mariko.
真島君、いつか必ずまた会おうね。
Majima! We'll meet again someday! I swear it! Mariko said that and ran off. When she ran into the pure darkness, she soon heard gunshots behind her. When she heard that sound, tears burst from her eyes.
真島君。
She called his name out time and time again, as tears streamed down her cheeks. Even so, she kept running. So that she didn't let his actions go to waste. She would survive and escape, so she could survive and escape this island. Another gunshot resounded, and his pain ran through his body. Akinori Majima was shot in the chest and abdomen, and crouched down. He could see the night sky. After taking 3 bullets and received fatal wounds, Majima was still alive. The landmine hadn't detonated. Through his iron willpower, even though he'd been shot and fallen, his foot still didn't leave the landmine. Before long, he heard the footsteps of the execution squad soldier slowly approaching him. They were probably planning to go after Mariko next. It seemed they hadn't noticed that Majima was standing on the landmine. Majima kept his feigned consciousness together and waited for the soldier to cross the minefield. Mariko and his sister's faces ran through his mind. The faces of the woman that Majima wished to protect. He faintly smiled as he remembered them. Hey, Mariko. There is just one thing I didn't get to say to you. Why it was that I went with you back when we first met. I never told you because I thought you'd get mad at me, but it's because you reminded me of my sister. But only in your face. Your personality and the way you acted were totally different. So at first I was a little bewildered. But that soon turned to affection, and before I knew it, I only saw you. I couldn't protect my sister, so at the very least, I wanted to protect Mariko. The person dear to him that he'd met at the end of his life after being an empty shell. Majima swore to himself that he'd protect her, even if it cost him his life. The soldier's footsteps were approaching, right next to him. Once he cleared the minefield, he probably run after Mariko. So Majima held himself together and spoke up. That's as far as you go! His voice stopped the soldier in his tracks. I won't let you chase after Mariko! It's the last I can do! Right as he shouted that, Majima took his foot off the landmine. And detonation device within was activated. The air shook with a roar. And so Akinori Majima was engulfed in flames, taking his enemy with him. The sound of that explosion faintly reached deeper into far off into the woods. Haruna Hosotani was running with Kotomi and Hitomi. The trees around them were burning, and embers were scattering. Haruna called out to the two of them. Kotomi, Hitomi, can you keep up with me? I'm okay. Yeah. Hitomi didn't answer. Wait, sorry. Hitomi didn't sound pleased when she answered Haruna. It seems she still didn't like her. What's with you? You know you're not that different from me, right? Haruna thought that as she looked at Hitomi, she was holding a chainsaw. In the repeater's code she received had also been the location of weapons. And Hitomi had also already obtained a crossbow. They were all armed and ready to go. And just then, someone appeared in front of them. Who's there? Haruna stopped and held her crossbow at the ready. When that shadow saw Haruna and the others, they hastily shouted, Wait! It's just me! Oh. Just you, huh? If it had been Shuhei and the others, she would have been happy. If it was an enemy, she would have been upset. But here she felt neither. He was the most meaningless person here. But Kotomi looked at Daisuke and spoke up happily. Daisuke, you're okay! Thank goodness!
さすが琴美ちゃん、優しいね。春菜とは大違い。
Yeah, that's Kotomi for you, kind as ever. It's completely a world of difference from Haruna. Daisuke joked around as he held a gun. He must have gotten it from somewhere. Though Haruna couldn't imagine he was all that good a shot. Let's stop all this nonsense and get running already. You're right. It looks dangerous here. Just as Daisuke said that, there was a loud clatter of gunfire. Haruna immediately protected Kotomi and hid behind a nearby tree. Konomi took Hitomi's hand, and Daisuke quickly followed.
何また敵？
What is it?